Hello everyone, today I will introduce to you the movie The Pacific War, a film that is invested in epic techniques of American cinema, with eye-catching actions. Let's start. The ship is carrying a huge skeleton. Humans have won glorious victory. 10,000 people died, 4 cities were ruined. But after these mysterious monsters died, the poison in the body spread out to pollute a large sea. No wait for humans to rest, the new monster appeared. This time it takes mankind to destroy all. After that, the second, the third. So governments opened the meeting. Gather all resources on Earth to build the most powerful human weapon. The giant Denver Armor Mechanical was born. Very quickly the situation was rotated, each monster was destroyed. The species left once again temporarily won. Unfortunately, Gaedu monsters are really too much. The Denver armor muscles that humans create are also destroyed. According to the momentum of the war, the pilots were strictly selected and sacrificed more and more. Denver can build away but pilots are not. They control Denver through the brain. On the armor, it is attached to the nervous touch machine. Because Denver could not completely prevent the raid of the Gaedu monster, the government changed the plan to disband the entire Denver pilot. Let them prepare to build walls. The wall is both high and thick, hoping to prevent Gaedu's penetration. Building walls is also an extremely dangerous job. Every 2 meters of construction is 2 or 3 dead. Becky is also a construction worker. Previously he was also a talented Denver pilot. To this day, they see the news. The newly built wall in a city was easily destroyed by Gaedu. They were miserable to build walls for 3 years, now the Kapal. This made them extremely shocked. Right now, the Denver commander came to Becky. Invite him to return money to control Denver. The scientist discovered Gaedu came from a gap on the seabed. If this hole can be destroyed, Gaedu can be prevented from entering the Earth. This underground dance factory is the last hope of mankind. The last 4 armor. The first Denver was China's Kung Fu. The second Denver is Russia's Alpha. The third is Australia's Silica. And the last Denver is the strongest armor. It is also Denver that Becky and his brother drove to kill Subaru. But in the previous war, its control compartment was destroyed by Gaedu. My brother unfortunately lost his life in that battle. But this Denver was brought back by Becky, because there should be 2 pilots, through the brain consciousness to control Denver. Now Becky lacks a collaboration. In candidates, only Moko's expression is the best. When the 2 of them began to test simulation, Becky through consciousness, seeing a scene that could not escape in Moko's memory. Many years ago, after Gaedu attacked the city, a big city was only for her. Along with that miserable memory, Denver muscle gradually lost control. The plasma ray on the arm is about to release. Once shot, the whole base area will be leveled into a basin. At this time, a quick-handed officer cut off the link between them and Denver. Newly prevent this tribulation. Without waiting for them to prepare, the monster Gaedu once again appeared. This time is even more dangerous than the previous times. Because this time there are 3 4th-grade girls at the same time. The situation forced and commanded the 3 Denver to join forces. Let the 2 of them stay back to wait for the order. This is China's strongest armor. With red shapes along with metal texture. Take a step to shake the whole sky. It is the Kung Fu. It faces the strongest Gaedu. Gaedu whipped his tail into Denver's waist, staggering Denver and then loudly to the ground. When it stood up again, raised the arm with 3 saw blades. Mina entered the body, tightly guillotined towards Gaedu. Left one, right one. Suddenly, the arms were broken by Gaedu. But this Kung Fu did not fit, turning 180 degrees, jerking back to Gaedu. At this time, Alpha also came to fight. Without waiting for Gaedu to stand up, he poured it a shot. One more shot. Unfortunately, the level of Gaedu is too high. The tail of the tail makes Denver fly. Gaedu turned his head. His tail was like a hammer. Take the head of the Kung Fu gently. The pilot inside also sacrificed on the spot. The Alpha saw that his friend was lowered. But it was not approaching. Gaedu opened his mouth wide, spitting out a pile of acids. The Silica broke forward to help. Who doubted that the road was added to a Gaedu? Jumping on the Alpha Sun beat on his head. Then reveal a pilot equipment, press it into the water. 2 pilots were submerged by seawater, no longer fighting. Gaedu trampled for Alpha to explode. Then the Silica can only take 1 on 2. It has just arranged the missile in front of the skin. Unexpectedly, Gadu released a shocking line that disturbed all electrical equipment, including the electricity in the general department. The only hope now is to start the Excel. Denver Silica lost his fighting strength, stupid standing in the middle of the sea. One of them ran towards the base, the other one stayed to resolve the Silica. At this time, the two not crawling out, shooting the signal. This is their last tenacious. But this makes Gadu even more mad. When it raised her hands to hit, a light shining through the Excel Denver of Becky. Gadu saw Denver lived immediately happily rushed over. Unfortunately, Excel Denver avoided. Then grabbed his spine to throw it out. Gadu is so indignant. Hug Excel Denver to throw to the ground. Ton crushed a pile of containers at the top of the port. The monster follows the following roar of attack. Excel Denver was not trembling, jumping and punching a strong blow at Garu's head. Keeping its head up, using hard force. Finally start the power missile punching. Unexpectedly, Gadu played dangerous, lifting a shaft to throw into Excel Denver. The left hand the two containers up, the right hand also grabbed two boxes, turning to smash the head of Gadu. Then hands on his face. Gadu wanted to wake up a little, the result was hugged by Excel Denver tightly from behind and threw it away. Gadu crazy crashed to Denver like a wild boar. Excel Denver starts plasma gun. One shot 2 times and then 3 shots. Shoot all the bullets to shoot through its body. This means that the first Excel Denver defeated a 4th grade Gadu. But not thinking, Excel Denver also has this hobby, shooting continuously towards Gadu's body. Excel Denver pulled at a large ship. Slowly drop walking on the road. Excel Denver lifted the boat up, hit the head of the girl. Immediately Gadu dirty his tail grabbed the ship toss away. Then whipped one shot, causing Excel Denver to fall to the ground. Waiting for Excel Denver to stand up and did not see the Garu silhouette. Excel Denver started looking on every street. Gently walk across the overpass. Suddenly Gadu from a building rushed out, pressing Excel Denver to the wall. But it is not the opponent of Excel Denver. Gadu counterattack again sprayed acid. Excel Denver raised his hand to grab its tongue. Gadu also took the opportunity to wrap tightly around the Excel Denver arm. Moko quickly discharged CO2. In less than 2 seconds, Gadu's tail frozen. Excel Denver used a force to squeeze. The tail broke. Next, his left hand grabbed Gadu's head. The right hand tries to pull the whole tongue. Unexpectedly, Gadu still had a technique. It wings out to catch Excel Denver and soaring. Very quickly flew to the atmosphere. The amount of oxygen is about to exhaust it. Plasma guns used to be clean. Suddenly Moko remembered that they still had a secret weapon. Excel Denver withdrew. Moko brought the family's feud, swung his hand and slashed it in half. The tail wings are off. Excel Denver also started falling from a height of several thousand meters. No matter how strong the muscles are, it will dissolve the flesh. Now, the only way to survive is to launch a fire in front of her chest, taking advantage of thrust, reducing drop rate. The end of the Excel Denver still collided with the ground. Cloud smoke dispersed, fortunately nothing ominous. Arriving at the base, the two became hero. Previously no one could be alone of the 4th grade Gadu. The case is killing 2 children. But they basically do not have time to celebrate, must quickly repair Excel Denver and Silica. Because there will be many girls crawling from the hole in the ocean floor. We are required to break their exit. The remaining 2 armor is the last hope. Humans bet everything. Very quickly, the 2 Denver decks went to the surface of the sea. Dropped down in the area near the gap. They slowly moved forward. Here are only dark seabeds like ink. When they are about to launch nuclear bullets, a Prestige of the Year appeared. It seems that it is here to watch the hole. Silica has just prepared to fight it. Then the second girl appeared. Within just one Silica trick flew away. The Excel Denver holds one, just pulled out the sword. The third girl was hit by the third girl. Bite off the right arm. Excel Denver had to drop the sword on his left hand, stabbing the baby at his front feet. Then dip it into the lava and burn. The third Gadu attacked again. Excel Denver raised his left hand to lift the sword. Reach away from head to toe. Escape has been treated for 2 years. Silica on the other side is also struggling with a Garu. Excel Denver has just passed through. The commander is prevented because Silica's nuclear bullets were stuck. If nuclear bullets cannot be launched, the vulnerability cannot be destroyed. The effort will have been pouring the river for a while, mankind will definitely fail. So the commander decided to activate the Silica's self-canceling device to detonate the nuclear bomb. Endless convergence with Gadu and holes. When the Gadu rushed towards Silica, the commander started the self-destruction process. A loud explosion rang out. A huge nuclear explosion exploded from the bottom of the sea. When the water bounced back, Excel Denver was overturned. It also has a mild shock. Fortunately, there is still a bit of activability. Pull the girl's body to come first, see if the hole remains or not. As soon as that, the Gadu hole appeared again in front of Excel Denver. Excel Denver now lost the ability to fight. Becky devised and activate the pushing into a sword, piercing Gadu, falling it down the hole. Gadu swept tightly to the armor, making Excel Denver seem to be crumbled. In an emergency moment, Excel Denver opened the incinerator in front of the chest, releasing a huge flame close to the Gadu, burning it alive. Next, they threw the gap to the alien world. This world has no light. The monster inside the child, he widened his eyes, not knowing if this child can eat it. As soon as they were depleted, oxygen finally triggered the process of self-destruction. Then enter the rescue compartment. The last moment returned to the hole. Excel Denver finally exploded. Success, destroy the gap. The bridge between the two worlds disappears. Humans do not need to worry about being invaded by Gadu. The Becky ending Moko floating on the sea. The rescue team also saw them. The battle made many people sacrifice like that. Under the unity of everyone, people finally win.